Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, thanks so much for clicking on. In today's video, I'm running to Winco. I'll have a quick Winco grocery haul. That's not easy to say. And then I'm going to do some cleaning. I need to clean my kitchen, hand wash my dishes, get my floor clean, a little picking up in the living room, and then I'm making a seafood boil, just a small one for myself and my family. Thanks so much for coming along. For this grocery haul, I just needed to get about 4 meals or fillers for the meals to complete the meals. We're here this week, but then we've got some going out of town coming up, some camping, so I'm going to go back and do another grocery haul for that. So this time, I just needed to grab a few things, a couple meal ideas to get us through this week. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on and say hi. Welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. I just got back from Winco, so I'm going to turn around and give you a Winco haul real quick. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to put everything away. I'm going to change my outfit. I just got a little summer dress on. It's pretty nice weather here. And I'm going to go ahead and get my kitchen clean. I need to get the cupboards wiped down. I need to get the countertops wiped down. But I really need to sweep and do my kitchen floor as well. And then later on, well, in just a little while, once I get all that done, let the floor dry. And then I'm going to jump back on and show you how I'm going to make a crab boil or a seafood boil. So I got some crab legs, some shrimp, some sausage, potatoes, and corn. So anyways, I'll show you all that and put that all together. So that'll make good for dinner tonight. But first, I'm going to go ahead and show you the groceries and yeah, get the kitchen clean. All right, here is a quick overview of my groceries. I did not need to grab fruit. We still had strawberries and grapes, and my husband just picked up some bananas, so we were good there, and we had soda and water left over from camping, so I didn't need to get any of that. So I just grabbed a few things, a couple specific things for some meals and some fillers. So I'm going to go ahead and start here tonight. We are doing a seafood boil. So I did get some snow crab legs, and then this is Dungeness crab clusters. So there's 2 in there. And then I did get some hush puppies, and then I got both of these seasonings. I picked up some honey chipotle. This is one of my favorite barbecue sauces. This is so good. It's not super spicy, but it's got a lot of flavor. I also picked up the shrimp that are already deveined and all of that, and that will go in as well. I got some chicken breasts. I'm just going to do probably some chicken strips and chicken Alfredo and different things like that. So I got a little thing of Downy until I get to Costco, and some milk, some coffee. This is just a deli sandwich that my son thought looked good, so I grabbed it. Here is some salmon. This is already frozen. It's wild Pacific salmon, and I'm going to keep it frozen because I am going to make this dish, but it's going to be later this week. Some hand soap. I did pick up these. We have a lot of bottled water right now, so sometimes I like a little flavor. Just an extra can of grilling beans, onion. I did get the 3 peppers. This is going to go for, I'm going to split this between 2 meals. And then some chicken wings for some fried chicken later next week. This corn will go in the seafood boil as well. And then some noodles for like chicken Alfredo or whatever you want to call it. And then here is the spinach I use with the salmon and the dough as well, and the cream cheese. And I've done that on a previous video, so you can go back and look at that. It's like one of my beginning videos. Not that I've been doing this very long. It's only been a few months. But otherwise, it'll be in an upcoming video. Go-gurt my son picked out. I got the 5 cheese garlic Texas toast to go with this one night. We needed some more eggs, some Jiffy. I just grabbed a can of corn because we go through corn a lot, so why not? Biscuits, and then I got this because, let me grab this, fell back. I am going to make some chicken curry, so I do use this, but I also put a little bit of the pineapple juice in just to kind of balance kind of balance the flavor, add a little sweetness. But I will show this in an upcoming video for chicken curry. And then I got Cocoa Pebbles and Honey Nut Cheerios. This is another thing of biscuits. This is going to be for biscuits and gravy. These biscuits will be with most likely a chicken dinner of some sort. And then bacon, of course, my husband's Oreos and my cookies, or I mean for everybody, but I like these cookies. Some extra plates, bugles. This is the sausage I chose, beef hot links, but I got the mild. That will also go into the seafood boil. So it will have crab, shrimp, sausage, potatoes, and corn. And then I grabbed these because they just look good. So anyways, there is my little Winco haul. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that put away and then change and yeah, get this kitchen done. See, got a few dishes there I need to take care of. All right, I am back. I changed. I still got my sunglasses on, but I just threw some shorts on. I'm going to go ahead and clean, get done what I need to get done. So I'm going to turn you around and give you a look. This is what my house is currently looking like, or the living room. So it's not too bad at all. And I did the windows and things not too long ago, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to knock everything down dust-wise, shake off, vacuum, and then dust the furniture real quick. Dining room is fine, but the kitchen, this is a different story. I do have some dishes I need to do, some dishes to put away, but what I want to do is wipe down my cabinets and then go ahead and wipe down my countertops, my appliances, then sweep the floor. It's so bad. Like in all the corners. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, sweep the floor and then give it a wipe down. And once that's all done, then I'll start the seafood boil. So, here we go. I like to do this, wiping down my cabinets with this kind of wood conditioner about once a month. These obviously are the original cabinets, came with the home. I've debated, or when the house was built, I debated on whether or not to always go back and forth with handles, but I've never put handles on. And so the corners where you open the cabinets, you can get, you know, the thumbprints or the buildup. So I really like to go in and wipe these down, like I said, at least once a month. So now that that's done, I'm going to move on to dishes real quick, just so I can get these out of the way as I'm trying to just clean all the way down to the ground. If you've seen any of my videos, you know I always use or try to use Blue Dawn dish soap with a splash of bleach. And yeah, just rinsing my dishes here, and then I'm going to let them soak. I'm going to first start by using a disinfecting spray, and I'm going to go in and just wipe everything down, wipe my stove down, the microwave, the handle, the buttons, and all that, get that all disinfected. And then I'll go back in with stainless steel cleaner and wipe down all the actual stainless steel of the appliances. Once I was done wiping down the appliances, I went ahead and removed my mats, getting ready to do my kitchen floor when I realized I did not finish wiping down the countertops. I just did my appliances. So I take a quick pause for the floors and come over, and I'm going to wipe down this countertop and the dining room table, of course, and come back in and finish the countertops in the kitchen so that I can knock everything down and then go ahead and clean the floors. As I mentioned, my floors they were bad. They had not dirty as in stuff stuck to the floor, but as in just like a lot of crumbs, things in the corner, maybe from cooking and prepping and for camping, and then us going in and out because it's summer. I'm not exactly sure, but for some reason it just seemed, yeah, my dustpan was pretty much full when I dumped it. So now that that's done, here I am. I just get on my hands and knees. I use my yellow rags and go in with the mop and glow and just, I work, wax on, wax off kind of circle motions, and clean my floor and try to make it all even so that there'll be an even shine at the very end. All right, so looking pretty good. The floor is looking good. It's all dry. I'm going to get ready to start dinner now. The crab boil. The kitchen's looking good. Once I get it started, I'll come in and finish these dishes, and then I will go and dust real quick and vacuum the living room and be good. I am going to start by boiling the water. I did add a little salt to kind of speed up the process. And then I cut my potatoes up. I did wash my potatoes first. These are red potatoes. And I just cut them in half. And then I'm cutting up the sausage. Like I mentioned, these are beef hot links. So I'm going to cut these up into little bite-sized pieces. But I'm going to throw them in the skillet to brown up a little before I throw them into the boil. So the directions say to add this first and bring it to boil. Now I am not adding all, and the reason why, this is created for like a large, you're doing a seafood boil. You're doing a lot of food. It is just me, myself and I, myself, my husband, and my two youngest. My son who's in college, he doesn't really care for crab, so he'll do more of the sausage, corn, potatoes. My husband's the same way. He likes the shrimp and stuff. It's really just myself and my youngest eating the crab, so to speak. So I do not believe that it is 3/4 of a gallon, probably just a little under. So I didn't want to put the whole amount in, but I've got it in there. And then it says to bring to boil. I've got my large lid here, so I'm just going to put that on till it starts to boil. And then over here, I cut up my sausage, and I'm just going to kind of brown it up a little bit before I add it in. All right, now that it is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and add everything in. My crab legs, potatoes, corn, shrimp, and then the sausage. Good. It smells so good. All right, last little bit going in. And yeah. I'm going to put the lid on it and let it just do its thing. It said bring it back up to a boil, and then I'll bring it down and let it simmer. And get the living room real quick. Other seasoning that I will be using too or adding is Old Bay. I don't know why the lighting's so bad. I have my lights on, but anyways, I will be adding some Old Bay as well. And if you use this, like if you were just doing corn, like some other type of seafood that wasn't all combined and you were doing the little corn, you take that little corn, put it in some water with some melted butter, just a little bit of water. It doesn't have to fill up as much as like if you're cooking the corn. And you add some of this in and just let it kind of do its thing with some salt and pepper. So, right. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down a little. And I'm going to put the lid on and let it simmer some. Smells so good. But let me just show. Don't the cabinets look so beautiful? Nice and shiny and clean. Anyways, there we go. As I mentioned, I didn't have a lot of cleaning to do in the living room, more so just straightening up the dog hair, getting the dog hair down, wiping, dusting down the walls and the wood furniture, shaking off the blankets and things like that. But that was really about it. I did vacuum right after this, but for some reason I didn't record, or I thought I was recording and it wasn't recording. So it really was just a little glimpse when I thought I was recording. Anyway, so I finished off with spraying some Febreze. So the house is looking good, smelling good. The food is over here just simmering. Now I did let it simmer for about 2 hours or so. And I did add a little butter in there throughout this time. And so now I'm going to go ahead and make the hush puppies. So I just followed the directions on the back. I added the water, an egg, put some oil in, and let the oil heat up. And then I did test to make sure that the oil was ready before I put the hush puppies in. See me jump there? That's because the oil was ready. Why I do this like this, I'll do the same thing with French fries where I'll kind of just place them in instead of putting them in my stainless steel spoon that I can then just set them in there. I don't know why I didn't do that. But anyways, I didn't get burned. Here they are. They cook to a golden brown. They don't take but a second, so don't walk away from the stove. And yeah, they looked real good. They tasted real good as well. If you didn't want to make them, I will say the ones that are frozen in Walmart are really good too. So dinner is served. It turned out so good. If you want to thicken it, you can always add a thickening agent like baking powder. But anyways, it turned out really, really good. I have never made a seafood boil with like crawfish. I've never cooked crawfish. So it is something I'd like to eventually do, like add more things to it. But anyways, it turned out really good. And now I'm just washing the dishes here. I figured I better just knock it out. So again, here I am with my Dawn and just scrubbing down and rinsing off the dishes. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you've done a seafood boil, and if so, what you put in it. We also have a couple restaurants around here that you can go get seafood boil bags, and there's this one, I can't think of the name right now, that my daughter and I go to. It is so good. Anyways, here just finishing up the dishes, and it's something about doing the dishes later on in the evening. Dinner was ready about 6:15 or so this is probably closer to like 7:30, and yeah, just kind of relaxing, finishing up the dishes. Here I'm just giving them a rinse, and then I'll put them over here in the rack to dry. Now that the dishes are all done, the house is pretty much clean. And so I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let me know where you're watching this video from. And I sure hope to see you in the next one.